Support for vaccine passports grows. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. We're going to have a look at, well, the media discussing vaccine passports more and more, and how apparently support is growing. So, this is from news, Herald Sun did an article about vaccine passports. No jab, no entry. Only way to save the arts industry. Well, I'm sure many people will say, then let the arts industry die. Although I'm sure lots of people were saying that that should happen much earlier. New York's strict COVID plans for workforce. Bold COVID vaccine policy tip to enforce at footy. French Parliament adopts vaccine passport laws despite protests. There you go. Aussie airlines fear Aussies, warned of third jab for overseas travel. Footy crowd hopes to take a major hit. Vaccine passports for the footy backed by key club chairman. So you can see there's some news discussion there. And if we have a look at Google Trends, we can see here in Australia in the past 12 months, vaccine passports, last year, there's a little spike in interest, and now it's just surging. Everyone, it's just surging. You can see West Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, nothing in the middle of the country. Funny that. Interesting. Where you've got more lockdowns. We look all over the world. We can see there was a sudden spike in vaccine passports, and now it's shooting up again. And if we go further out, you can see United Kingdom is number one, then Canada, Ireland, the US, New Zealand. So we're not even in the top 5, but have a look there. Everyone. Western world is looking at implementing, or at least people are showing interest in these passports. And if we have a look at this article here, no jab, no entry, Victoria's new life. Okay, and this is a controversial plan to introduce vaccine passports that allows people who have received the jab to attend sport and arts events have been backed by major industry players. Vaccine passports are essentially just proof a person has been protected against the virus. The Herald Sun reported major promoters, Live Nation, Chug Entertainment, and Andrew McManus, key industry groups, theatre giant, Marinera Group, Bard Tsar, James Young, who said no jab, no entry policy is essential for survival. The push comes as the arts industry is on its knees after being crippled by the lockdowns implemented by the government to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. With award-winning Harry Potter and Cursed Child again halted, what? Vaccination was the only way out of endless lockdowns. In France, it's no jab, no entry on every place that has a door. Here it's like riding a merry-go-round of waiting and hoping. Passports have also been flagged with the Victorian government and the AFL. So I did a poll this morning asking viewers their opinion on this. Let's have a look. Do you support the introduction of vaccine passports to allow the vaccinated to attend sporting or cultural events? 16% of the 361 people that voted an hour ago said yes. 84% said no. And I think there's a few interesting comments here. Nick is going data economy. We have to get our wallets, which all people will accept. That will lead to central bank digital currencies. Yeah, that's a concern, how everything can tie together. I would prefer to live like a hermit or doe before taking this poison. The society is so damaged, so much lunacy, I don't understand why anyone would live in a city. Tanya, I'm curious to understand if people reacted this way about other mandatory vaccines such as polio, diphtheria, and pertussis. I'm not looking for FU, my freedom trumps your life arguments. I'm genuinely interested. Now, that's a good point. That is a good point. I'm certain there were people concerned as well, particularly with polio. So isn't that amazing? At the time of vote, 16% for, 84% against. The amazing part is 16% is the number that are vaxxed in Australia. There you go. And now it's the same. Coming soon for sale, black market vaccine passports. Yeah, that won't work. We'll have to see. It's going to be tied to your phone. And even if people, do the QR thing and sign in with fake details, they've got cameras everywhere. They'll be able to check. They could face match you in a second these days. Yes, I want a vaccine passport so I feel warm and fuzzy inside and super safe. Somehow, I'm not sure if Woody's is being sincere there. Brad, they can stick their this and such. Yep, okay, he's not happy. Freedom. Unsure how I feel about it, to be honest. Nebulous thoughts. I mean, there's the thing. You know, how many people have driver's licenses? You don't need to show them. You still do when you go into venues, that type of stuff. Why shouldn't we share all our personal medical information there? Or, you know, let businesses discriminate on everything. So if someone's got Hep B, you can discriminate them. You know, if someone's had any illness, you can discriminate them. Maybe if certain aspects of their behavior make them more inclined to catch particular diseases, you can discriminate against them. You know, that's the new Australia that we're going for, guys. Is that the country we want to live in? Just think how insane this could go. Imagine back in the 80s when you know, there's all the fear about HIV and AIDS. What if they were implementing this type of stuff then? Could you imagine? Is that the Australia you want? That's the problem. I think so many people just want to get back to normal. That's the concerning thing. So Chris, and I hearted this one. Even if I eventually choose to get the vaccine, I will never attend any event where the vaccine is a requirement of entry. That includes the AFL. If they announce it from 2022, we'll never attend another game. It's a good way to save hundreds per year too. Yeah, I mean, on principle, you know, maybe go stuff you. L. Williams, it's truly shocking seeing the totalitarian tendency in some people. Is it really? Is it really that shocking? Well, maybe it is. So I guess from my perspective, German descent, male, you know, plays strategic war games, so history interest, it's not at all shocking in the slightest. But maybe to others. Even my family and friends, wait till your family and friends report you for wrongthink. That'll be a real shock. The willingness to use force, report on, and segregate people that disagree with them is disturbing. Yeah, and that's a very... I'll heart that one. That's a good comment there. CJ, can't introduce vaccine passports until more than enough Pfizer vaccines have been made available to anybody who wants one. Well, we saw in the previous video I released about, well, politicians getting to jump the queue, everyone. Don't worry. By virtue of their brain work, the pigs were well provided for. I don't think people should be forced to take a vaccine. There's going to be calls to force, make it mandatory. But I'm... Perhaps naively, I'm hopeful that people will get to a point in Australia where they just say, okay, you've had your chance, step away. That is what I think is the best outcome in the end, giving people the opportunity and the choice, and then as a society bearing the risk of people not partaking in that choice. If you can't convince people through non-forceful means, and you've stolen money off them for their entire lives and said you'd provide them with a healthcare system and other benefits, well, that's it. Guys, that's the deal you've made. So you can't back out on it then. Herbert von Sauerkraut, I don't get it. What's the problem with not being vaccinated? I thought I had a case of it. If you get vaccinated, you can still get the Rona and pass it on. People seem to want choice. Well, this is an opportunity to choose. Get a vaccine and go to events, or don't get vaccinated and don't go. Those who prefer to be vaccinated should be allowed the freedom to be safe at events. Those who do not think this is fair should gather together and spread the virus amongst themselves to get the herd immunity the hard way. Only a CCP shill would support this. Nah, fuck you. I don't think so. You'd be surprised how many everyday Australians would support this type of thing. I think a whole lot of people are, like a good friend here, L. Williams, are starting to realize and be shocked at how many people are just accepting of this. Probably craving it. Not sure why people are so freaked out about the Oxford vaccines. The news, mate. It's the news. The others, sure, bit experimental, but the Oxford is all tech. It's because the news, it's scaring people. That's what it is. I have Horus vaccine passports will be the first step in constant surveillance and social credit scores. Make no mistake. That's the terrifying risk. Then tied into central bank digital currencies. You're seeing now PayPal is jumping on board with the ACLU to limit access to their platform. The problem is that can be abused. People abuse these organizations that are like the watch guards and report people unjustly. No, but it's going to happen in some form. Check out what's happening around the world, considering what's happening here already, and what is likely to follow. Tassie is checking in with QR codes and haven't had a case since May last year. Adding vax passports onto that would be easy, yeah. And here, if the vaccine's so effective, why do the vaccinated need to worry? And my response to that, we're a safety culture, Crest Cutter. The same thing. Same thing about it. So let's refresh and see if anyone else has said anything. So there you go, guys. Same results. What's the solution and the takeaway to this, everyone? Are we concerned? Is this where Australia is going to head? I wouldn't be shocked at all. I wouldn't be surprised. I think you need to sensibly and respectfully let your politicians understand that you don't think this is appropriate. And, well, find a people you can vote for that will stand against this. And if there's no one in your seat or in your council, maybe consider running to give people that option, at the very least. What do you reckon? Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments down below. Take care. Have a great day. If you're a fan of the channel and enjoy the content I create, here are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Sign up for SelfWealth or Stake. Use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Buy our merch from HeiseSays. Use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint or support us via PayPal. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.